There's metal scrap everywhere. These homes are still flooded, and there's even couches outside. They're actually getting raked up now, and then right over here, that's where they get picked up and dumped somewhere else. Having an amazing Christmas. Reporting live in Bonita Springs. If you look right back behind me, you can see that the beach is back pristine and crystal clean. And look at these cars right back behind me. Take a look at that. That framework of this engine is just all melted down because of those intense flames. But if you just walk a few yards right back behind me, look at that home. It's still standing. You can see bullet holes up here at the top of this building, as well as even down below. And if we keep walking down around this Marathon gas station, you can see that this door right over here has been blocked in. That we got here about 15 minutes ago, and I'm going to step out the way just so you can look at this car that was involved in this accident here on Fowler near Carroll. You can see that the top of it has been ripped off, but that's not because of the accident. That's because firefighters, they spent minutes, precious minutes, trying to get someone out of that car, and the good news is someone walked out of that car alive. Never had this before.
That's good stuff. Come on.
Training.
My only job is to stop the threat.
To protect these officers.
We are moving to the sound of gunfire.
And keep our community safe.
I'm going to make an entry inside the building.
Officers from the Fort Myers Police Department and U.S. Marshal's Office are running into battle to confront the threat of an active shooter.
He's down. You see your hands,
The officers have to go fast.
These men and women are working alongside paramedics to patch wounds of the injured and stop a shooter from taking more lives.
It's a force-on-force training.
Training that takes skill that isn't meant for everyone, but I gave it a try.
Please. You okay?
While it took me precious minutes, these officers took down an armed man within seconds.
It's not training where you just joke around.
These paramedics, too, are learning how to go into active but deadly situations.
You have the best opportunity when the scene is secure to administer life-saving techniques.
Luckily, these bullets are just paintballs, but for officers like Sergeant Zammit, it's an everlasting mark.
A little bit of a reminder that you don't want to be hit with a real bullet, so your tactics better be on point when you make an entry.
Reporting in Fort Myers, Chris Grisby, Wink News Now. The contractor tells me he was given this map of San Carlos Park dating back to 1971 to clean up canals right back behind me in this neighborhood. However, you can see there's homes here now, and their yards were damaged by heavy construction equipment rolling through their yard.
I'll never forget my words. Who does this?
Private yards in San Carlos Park.
There were huge trucks, and they just made their way through.
Destroyed. In February, Lee County hired a contractor based out of South Carolina, Daniels Tree Service, to clean up canal debris left behind by Hurricane Irma.
They didn't do a very good job. They wiped out half my island.
The county says the outdated map from 1971 given to Daniels Tree Service accurately reflects current property lines, but in this 1972 aerial photo, you can see no homes. Fast forward to today, and you can see the difference for yourself. This 2017 aerial view shows part of San Carlos Park full of homes. Neighbors say they had no clue construction equipment would be cutting through their property.
I didn't have an idea that it was happening. I didn't even know that there was something back there to happen.
Now, 2 months later, since the company supposedly completed their work, you can still see tire tracks in people's yards, and just right in front of me, that's buried cable lines sticking up from the earth with caution tape right next to it from where they were working. In the contract between the county and Tree Service, before payment is made, the property should be restored to the landowner's satisfaction. The county paid Daniels $1 million for 77% of the work completed. The company claims to have restored the property, saying, quote, "To access the canals with equipment to remove this debris, grass damage wasn't preventable and would occur. We have worked with the property owners to seed those areas that were damaged." Tom Bergman says that's not enough.
They took some grass seed and they sprinkled a little grass seed, and you can see it. Grass seed does not do well down here in Florida. You have to sod. And you can see my yard looks like heck.
Now, these homeowners are stuck between the county and the company. We took the community's concerns to Commissioner Cecil Pendergrass.
And if they obviously were not part of the contract, then we'll obviously approach that and obviously get compensated back if they're not handling the job.
Ultimately, people living here hope repairs and cleanup happen before the next big storm.
It's a mess. Nobody wants to live like this.
Daniels Tree Service says they plan on cleaning up and fixing damaged properties that they left behind. As for a timeline, though, that's still up in the air. Reporting in San Carlos Park, Chris Grisby, Wink News Now.
Duck, right hand, duck, woo!
You don't have a disability, you just have a different ability, and you can do anything you want to do.
Fighting is in Miriam Pierce's DNA.
There's just no stopping you, and nobody better mess with me, I'm telling you. Squat.
She's a pusher. I vibed with her right off the bat. Let's just warm up with some jabs, okay? Left jab, that's it. Okay, ready, go ahead.
This boxing sensation is blind.
Come on, man. You're good.
Oh, my shoulders are burning.
But it's not stopping her from finding life's balance that we often take for granted.
I can stand on one leg and put my clothes on and not worry about falling.
Through boxing workouts, Pierce finds her strengths, punching every obstacle within her four senses.
Wow, these are nifty.
Oh, yeah. We trained for the first time, and she just brought it, and it was like instant chemistry, really.
Jason Clark has been training Pierce for a few years now. Twice a week, he sees this sweating machine grow as a leader amongst others.
It just worked, and it has really improved her life. Ooh, man, you got me sweating, girl. You got me sweating.
It's made an intense difference in my life. As far as my balance is concerned, because I'm blind.
Blind, but definitely one of a kind. Reporting in Fort Myers, Chris Grisby, Wink News Now.
So cool.
Kicking off the summer vacation with a bang in Dunbar.
It's a special event, and it's a special day for me.
The 12th annual Unity in the Community event is giving kids the opportunity to learn
New characters, go to new places, all from reading.
and play no matter where they're from.
We can get all these kids from different communities, from Harlem Lakes, Renaissance, all the places that are feuding, to come together in one hub.
From hands-on interactions with Buffalo soldiers,
We're living history.
to lots and lots of games.
I get to have fun, and I get to go down the water slide.
These kids are staying out of trouble.
If someone don't take a stand, who will? So this is what we need. This is what has to happen for our community. And this is what I mean about stopping the violence.
Event organizer Tanya Cola says uniting the community and keeping kids out of trouble this summer is what the day is all about.
Bring things to the kids that they don't ever get to experience. And so this will be one of those days that you are close and have that one-on-one with the police department, that you aren't afraid to talk to them.
Reporting in Fort Myers, Chris Grisby, Wink News Now.